Good evening. As I promised last night, quickly before we sleep, let's read our first chapter of As a Man Thinketh. So, yesterday we did the introduction. Today we are going to dive into it. So, the first chapter is entitled Thought and Character. One thing about this book is that the author, made sure that the English, it's going to take you to your dictionaries and AI and whatever. So let's dive into it. Thought and character. The aphorism. Aphorism is a short phrase. A short phrase that expresses an important thing about life. It's basically a clever saying, to provoke your thoughts. To provoke your thoughts. Have you ever had a statement that had you thinking, that had you meditated upon it? So this chapter starts as the aphorism. So the aphorism in this case is, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Not only embraces the whole of a man's being, but is so comprehensive as to reach out to every condition and circumstance of his life. So a man is literally what he thinks, his character being the complete sum of all his thought. So basically, when you see me, is a reflection of my thoughts. Everything that I do, everything that I'm saying, my emotions, mentally, physically, even the way I dress, and the way I treat people, all have to do with my thoughts. Yeah, there is no way that you can do something without having to think about it first. So it first starts in the thought and then you execute. So it continues to say that as the plant spring from and could not be without the seed, so every act of a man springs from the hidden seeds of thought and could not have appeared without them. So I like how this was written. As the plant springs from, arise from the seed. The plant cannot be without the seed. So that is the same as our actions, as our characters. Our characters arises from our thoughts being the seed. This applies equally to those acts called spontaneous and unpremeditated as to those which are deliberately executed. So what this author is saying, suggesting that there's no such thing as spontaneous. Oh, it just happened. Oh, I didn't plan it. Somehow, if you dig deep into your thoughts, you thought about it. You did. So basically, we are the product of our thoughts. Bona, even if you can try to convince yourself or the people around you that you thought about it. You did. Anyway, let's continue. Act is the blossom of thought, and joy and suffering are its fruits. Thus does a man garner in the sweet and bitter fruitage of his own husbandry. Okay, this one, it's like my favorite part. Let's take it step by step. Act is the blossom of thoughts, and joy and suffering are its fruit. So every action a person takes, every action you and I take, it begins as a thought. It begins as a thought. Just as a flower blossoms from a seed, so are our thoughts. So our actions grow out from what we think, from what we imagine. So our actions, just imagine everything that you are doing, it blossoms, it grows from your thoughts, your action. When things just happen without you having to think about them. You see how practical thoughts are. So you see how practical thoughts are. So act is the blossom of thought, and joy and suffering are its fruit. So whatever thought that comes in your mind, it's either gonna be, if it's bad, obviously it's gonna produce suffering. If it's good, obviously it's gonna produce joy. It says here, thus does a man gather in the sweet and bitter fruitage of his own husbandry. So basically, gather is together. So just for understanding, it basically means that we all harvest what we sow. So there is no way that you can harvest what you did not sow. Nope. So everything, my father in the Lord once taught me that, every decision every situation that I encounter today is because of the decisions that I would have made. So I think this incorporates well with my thoughts really, because my decisions arises from my thoughts. So there's a little poem here. I'm not gonna read it. Let's continue the last part for tonight. Man is the growth by law and not a creation by artifice. Artifice is clever or cunning type of thing. It's like a trick. So man is the growth by law and not by creation, and not a creation by artifice. And cause and effect is as absolute and undeviating in the hidden realm of thought as in the world of visible and material things. A noble and godlike character is not a thing of favor or chance, but is the natural result of continued effort in right thinking, the effort of long cherished association with godlike thoughts. An ignoble and bestial character by the process is the result of continued harboring of groveling thoughts. So basically what this means is that your thoughts create your character. I get it. Good thoughts repeated over time make you better. Same as with bad thoughts. So bad thoughts repeated over time make you worse. So tonight we are going to choose to have positive thoughts. Yeah, we're going to choose to have positive thoughts. Regardless, we are going to choose to have positive thoughts because thoughts are so practical. We cannot afford to think otherwise. So just remember that everything that crosses your mind, like fight it with everything in you. Or you know what? As from today, I tell you, just positive thoughts only. And I'm gonna judge every thought that crossed my mind. Or is this one? Is this the will of God? Does this come from God? My dad taught me this trick, my father in the Lord, that question, judge every thought that comes in your mind. Or God, what are you saying about this thought? Is this one from God? That thought of you not wanting to forgive, that thought of you not wanting to give people grace, that thought of you wanting to revenge, is it from God? That thought of you wanting to get into a relationship while you're not ready, is it from God? That thought of, you can think of every thought that, we're always thinking as humans. I don't think there's a time where you can say, I'm not thinking, my mind is just blank. There's definitely something in your mind. So make sure it's thoughts that are positive, because every thought is a seed that will eventually blossom. So what is it that is going to arise from that thought? Is it joy or suffering? So you choose whether to be happy, whether to be sad. And yes, I know you're going to tell me, oh yeah, Talita, some situations don't allow us to be happy, but look, at the end of the day, we have the authority over our minds. We have the authority over our thoughts. Yes, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So yes, chapter 1, part 1 of 1. Tomorrow we'll do the last part of it. Yes, you have a good time wherever you are. Bye.